If you're my dad's just on the audio side, he's just playing his game Persona 5, and I'm just gonna play Fortnite for by myself for a bit, or for yeah, for a bit. Ooh. Ooh, let me turn some audio on, some music on for me. I'm not gonna lie, that the movie we just watched, it did teach me something.
And what's that?
It was that no matter like, I think it taught me that, you know how like I try to it's like kind of agreeing what you're saying in a way. Like, remember we were talking about like how like a leader kind of is, or like is supposed to, not supposed to be, but like what it meant. So it was saying that even though you try to like tell people like, hey, you should do this and that, no, it's like working together. It's more of like
Mm-hmm.
you. Not everyone's like you. I'm not like. Not everyone's like me. Not everyone's like, let's say, you, or stuff like that. And that's what makes it great. We all have our different set of skills, and that's what makes us a great team.
Mm-hmm. That's why you can't force anyone into a mold.
Yeah. Just like a wise man said. Yeah. No, I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Where should I go? I could go there. Nah, why not? Let's go. There we go. Oh no, I'm not gonna make it. Ah, I'm too low. Ooh, let's go. Got the first kill.
Uh, I'm lazy in in Persona 5 because
Hmm.
you can like date almost any of the girls that you interact with in here,
Hmm.
and you can try and date them all at the same time, but the game tells you uh, the game's like you can, but we don't recommend it.
No way. Did he actually try to date all of them?
You can apparently, but no, I like to do it one at a time
I like.
because
I.
I'm not like that in real life. So I also have like the tendency to not do that in video games.
Oh, I see. Mm.
Though like because I know each of these characters though, like I look at them and I actually have a hard time choosing which one's like path I wanted to um
I got you.
which one I wanted to pick.
Mm.
Because there was the teacher. The teacher was the first one I picked because I just really like the teacher. But then I chose the
Yeah.
doctor because the doctor is also really good.
Isn't that
And
the goth? The goth
yeah, the
doctor?
goth doctor. Yep.
Yeah. trying to psych him out. Trying to psych me out, huh? Oh shoot! Where'd he go? Oh dang! Ah, dang it! The railing was in the way. Ah, I couldn't even get him because the railing was in the way. Dang. Oh well. I'm not gonna lie. I would have liked to have the annoying donkey laugh emote, so like if I were to come across the same person again, I'd use them on them. You know what I'm talking about, right? The like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Wait, you want to hear something crazy?
What?
Breaking news! Donald Trump's mugshot has been released. The former president was released from the Fulton County Jail with a $200,000 bond. Breaking news!
Fulton County, isn't that close?
Yeah.
Yo, what the?
Yeah, that's what me and Rashad we were talking about because apparently Rome has been looking for him. And I was when he told me that I was like, wait. I was like, Rome? Like the one that's like 30 minutes away, Rome? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, what?
How is okay? Dang it,
Rome was
gonna...
looking for him, but apparently Fulton County got to him first.
Bro, what is up with Rome? Ever since I grown up, Rome is somehow connected to at least some form of events. I'm like, what the fudge? What is Rome? Yo, I should have been on that call, bro. I would have, if they would have told me about it, I would have hunted Trump down easy. Like, I'd be that one guy, you know how like in D&D side quests, or I don't know, I'm trying to think of something. It's like you see someone with a reward and they have like the hit money on them. I'd be that guy like going on the like board and be like, you know what, which person I want to capture today? Oh, look at him, he's the highest one. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd be that person. Cause I'm not gonna lie, there's actually a board in Walmart. It says that there's people missing. I don't know if
Yeah.
there's not a reward for it. I'm pretty sure there probably is, but like I'm not looking at it for the reward. It's more like finding help people like get their family back. You know?
Well, yeah. That's why they don't offer a reward because people then would do it for ulterior motives.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just like, dang. I never thought that would. What the fudge? That's actually crazy. That's
Yeah,
insane.
Rome didn't find him though. Rome is Floyd County, not Fulton. But Rome I know was looking for him too.
Yeah, I bet you my cut my cousin was she was trying to find him. Imagine she actually found him. You know which cousin I'm talking about, right?
No.
Oh, David's sister.
Okay.
Yeah. But why is this not working? It's not okay for some reason. My Fortnite's acting weird. Oh yeah, I forgot the fudging. What happened last night that like literally kicked me, you, and David. Yeah, my cousin out. I thought that was kind of weird.
What?
Like the terms and services, I was like that was very weird. Just came out of like
Not
nowhere.
really. It was gonna happen. Like they told us that the update was coming.
Oh, I didn't hear about it. Someone in the comments said that bro was in jail for 20 minutes. Oh my gosh. Someone in the comments says, man, a lot of people finna use this as a profile pic. And I already see like one, two, three, four people. Oh my gosh, five, two, six. Yeah, a lot of people using this as a profile pic. So like, Trump was actually trying to like escape, and he just got caught by Fulton County or whatever. So I thought that was pretty crazy. I'm like, that wouldn't that technically mean like he's breaking like several laws?
And trying to flee?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's crazy that no matter how much crime you do, and if you have like a lot of money, you can get away with stuff. I think that's actually crazy.
It's not that they don't get away with it, or that they do. It's that they have money to get themselves free, or to pay for a good lawyer, or anything like that. It doesn't mean necessarily that they can get off scot-free. You've seen what's happened to like presidents like Richard Nixon or
Yeah.
President Bill Clinton and all that, or even like some celebrities.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the kinds of people that still get away with stuff. If you're a member of the like, and again, I don't have problems with them. It's select people who do wrong with that privilege, or quote unquote privilege, and it's people who are part of the LGBT, and specifically one, and his name is James Charles. Because I don't know if you've heard the drama around him, because
Yeah.
he was like sexually explicitly sending pictures of himself to these young boys, and they tell him that they're minors and everything like that, and he still just keeps going and he still keeps pressing, trying to like do whatever.
Yeah.
And he gets away with it because he's a part of that group. And people tend to like turn a blind eye to that. And that's the one thing I don't like. Because you don't dabble or mess around with that sort of thing like with kids and everything like that. And then actually just get away with it. Like he did. And it's happened on multiple occasions. It's not just a one-time thing. It's happened several times.
That's like.
Well, I say several. It's probably only been like 2-3 times now.
That still could.
And then,
still good, you know, if you ask me.
yeah, but like I made it seem like it was a lot more.
Oh.
But
yeah.
yet he still has a strong following. He still has like 24, 25 million subs and stuff like that. And And like he's even had like big name brands. There was one of those like called like Morphe or something like that. I don't know. It was like a makeup brand.
Yeah.
And they even cut ties with him because of like that scandal. But then there's still people who, who still like full on just act like everything he does is just it was just a simple little mistake. If you do it once, maybe depending on what it is, twice, it's a mistake, an honest one. But there's some things that just don't qualify as an honest mistake, such as if you actively know what you're doing is wrong, like what he was doing. And then not just one offense, multiple offenses. So I just can't idly stand by and let someone like that get to freely get to walk away from this and act like it didn't happen. Continue to do it. No one calling him out on it or pretending like it didn't happen. And he suffers no consequences whatsoever. Just a little slap on the wrist by the people who watch him. And then proceed to still watch him.
Yeah.
Because you've noticed how several people just immediately jumped. They jumped this other YouTuber. I don't really care like who it is. But it's the one that you might have seen that she did an apology video while singing. And everyone got mad because they said that she wasn't taking it seriously and everything like that. And within the apology, she then like also blamed her fan base for it or something like that. Like,
oh no.
Yeah, like she said like, hey, I'm quote unquote sorry, but I'm also not sorry because it's it's not my fault. It's actually you guys' fault and everything like that. I'm trying to. I think her name is like Miranda Sings. Or Colleen, or whatever the name that like they gave her, or anything like that.
Wait, didn't she used to do Vine? That actually sounds familiar.
I don't know. Nor do I care, because I just vaguely knew the name.
Can I
actually,
ask a favor?
Was it Colleen or Colin?
If you don't mind.
I mean. Let me check.
And then send me the photo.
I could just send you a photo of the person.
Yeah. If I think I know who it is, then I'm gonna be hella sad because I'm like, yo, I actually like this person, like, because she was so funny, like the content she made. I'm just like,
yeah, she was a Vine.
No.
Yeah, she was known as Miranda Sings, and she has like the big red lips with like the blank face on her, like with the big forehead and everything like that. Right. Yeah.
No.
The one with the big red lips that like just made content like that with the faces and everything. That's all I can really describe her, because I just remember she had massive big lips and like the weirdest reactions to anything and everything.
Hold on, wait. You sent it already, right?
No. Like I just confirmed that that's the one you're thinking of.
Okay, then.
But yeah, I don't even know what she did. I want to say it's relating to minors as well. I can't remember. But I know everyone called her out immediately. Didn't even give her a chance. But James Charles did basically the same thing. If that's what she's in trouble for, then you understand why it's so bad that he's getting no attention like that at all, any negative attention. But yet, whenever she did that, then yes, she got in trouble and everything like that. But no one wants to call out James.
One thing I have, at least
here it is.
YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. She was accused of grooming. Not only accused, proven that she'd been grooming. Same thing with James, but just because he's a part of that group, he suffers no repercussions. That's the kind of behavior I don't tolerate at all. Because it's not fair that he can walk away freely and still do whatever he wants, when someone who was also guilty of doing the same thing just absolutely had her career destroyed. Just because not enough people like her.
I will say, if anyone that has watched this on stream or anything, with a full understanding, there's this person that that actually does content was it for fun, right? And she was going through like stuff that the gay community like joking about um how diverse it was, because what she said was she, even though it was actually funny, but it was it was actually like a fact. Like what she's saying is actually true though, but she just made it funny, as in how the gay community is actually it's actually diverse, specifically with bisexuals. I'm just it's kind of crazy they made a the quote unquote gay community made a LGBTQ, right, the lesbian, gay, whatever, and then the B word, bisexual, and then they actually say bisexuals are not a part of this. So I'm because she actually got tweets from people that were part of the community, but saying all this stuff, and then she said, and so it's kind of weird that it's diverse and stuff, because I thought everyone got along, but after she's actually done the research, she says it's kind of crazy that it's actually diverse, and everybody actually goes each other's.
You mean
throats,
divided?
Yeah, divided. Everybody's going at each other's throats on Twitter specifically. So I'm
Oh yeah.
that's crazy. So much for the parade in the month, and yet you have all this.
I mean, to be fair, we still celebrate 4th of July, and most of us come together to celebrate the independence of the United States. Yet we're all divided.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah.
it's literally just normal at this point, and the fact that it's been normalized is sad.
Yeah, yeah, in general that is sad. It's just more I don't know, I think to me that's crazy, because it's sad that just because you're gay or you're somehow former gay, lesbian, whatever of the community, you can get away with crap. That's actually insane.
Yeah, not all the time, but some people who just have a greater influence than others can. And I'm not saying that it's only them or anything like that, but James is the biggest example of that, and that's what I don't like, because there's still other people who did wrong stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And it's just people like to rip on the wrong people and everything. Like the whole thing with Mr. Beast. Have you heard about that?
For what?
Because people are mad at Mr. Beast for helping 1,000 people being able to see again because they were blind, and he paid for all their surgeries and treatments for them to be able to see again. He gave shoes for people in poorer countries and everything like that. He gave shoes to the children that didn't have any, who were walking around barefoot and everything like that. And he does all those kinds of things with his wealth, good things. And people are mad and upset because they're saying, oh, he's only doing it for content. Oh, he's only doing it because of clout chasing, and that it's to make him feel good and to make it seem like he's genuinely making a change. Or that he shouldn't be doing that because it could be misinterpreted, and that he's not actually tackling the big problem. That he's just short-term fix and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So people are mad at him for helping 1,000 people instead of not being able to cure every blind person, which is really dumb.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why people are mad at him. And then on top of the whole Chandler and Carl drama and everything like that, I don't care about that. I care about the fact that people are mad at Mr. Beast for doing something that he's already been doing for the past years, the past few years now. but now they have a problem with him for some reason, which it just makes no sense.
Well, I gotta say, I do not judge one's actions. But where there is righteous judgment, I don't know what the person's intention, so I have no idea.
Shoot,
Only God knows.
Shoot. You're not passing judgment by having an opinion. And my
not.
opinion on Mr. Beast is that he's doing the best that he can with what he does.
Yeah. And I respect that he's actually helping out. Very much so. I'm not against what he like his action of helping other people. Helping other people is very great. Like, even if God's calling us like, yo, help all people, but you do realize when I'm saying righteous judgment, right? You know what righteous judgment means?
Not in the context that you're speaking of, no.
Okay then, so... Oh shoot, hold on, wait, give me a second, there's someone here. Oh wait, give me a minute. I'm trying to see if there's someone on here. Ooh, I know what he's doing. Gonna go upstairs and... I hear him, I don't see him. Yeah, I know I paused for a second, it's just, like, right now, you know me, I can't multitask.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so like right now.
But yeah, all I see is he's done videos where he's done like massive giveaways because, you know, he's got all this money, and instead of wanting to spend it on himself, he got himself the bare essentials of what he needs, and with a little bit of his wants, and then uses that money to, one, increase his channel revenue so that he can have more money to give out to people.
Yeah.
Like, you've seen just how much he's been giving out. Like, he gave... Like, there was a video he made where he gave away, like, over 100 cars or something like that, and he let subscribers pick out which ones they wanted and everything like that. He makes little fun challenges of, you know, people being, like, you know, competing for, like, a prize. And they all still, you know, either have a great time or get some kind of, like, participation reward or prize or something. And he does all these, like, crazy gimmicks, you know, for fun and everything like that, as well as being able to make all these, like, charitable donations and everything like that. But again, people just want to call out the wrong issues, or at least view it in a really bad light from what it's actually supposed to be. And that's genuinely the part that I don't... Because, like, notice, like, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 60% on a whim here that people are just mad half the time about his stuff because they weren't picked.
Yeah.
To have money. Or anything like that. And the other part is that just because something seems either impossible to do, or because you do something in the short term and it doesn't fix a big problem, doesn't mean you can't contribute. Like, he has his Team Seas, but no one said that was a bad idea. They all promoted it, but the minute that he decided to help people with, like, curing their blindness, their deafness, providing, like, you know, basic necessities and everything like that, then they have a problem.
Yeah.
Because, oh, he's not giving out money, no. Like, he's helping people with that money. Why is it that only giving out people money, why is that the only way to help? That doesn't help.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, sure, why not? I am not getting killed by a dinosaur. Oh, no, 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 no. Nope. I'm not getting killed by a dinosaur. Dang, why does the dinosaur do a lot? Bro, that he missed so bad. Lol. Oh yeah. Yeah. I killed about like 5 people already. How many people? Well, it's actually 2 left to be honest, so it's not many. I'm gonna have to play it smart though. There's 3 people left, including me. I'm here. Okay. I'm doing that's fine. I'll take him. And yes. Yes, let's go. Ooh, 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 I saw that. Ooh. Oh. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm gonna have to pop this. Oh, oh.
I need a sniper, so I'm gonna forgot about that.
Where he is. Ooh. No! Ah, my reload. Dang it. Ah, dude, I had a reload. Bro, I don't know why the person's laughing, bro. I could easily kill dude. I just ran out of ammo. That's all good. I'm getting better though. But yeah. So going back to righteous judgment, because I know we had to talk about this. I just didn't want to go any further because I thought you might have understanding. I thought you would have. So going back to Mr. Beast, right?
Mhm.
Let's say I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he does. Like he is, but there like he might does not he doesn't not like he probably does not know about this. I don't know if he's Christian. Let me look up Easy even Christian.
Does it matter?
Well, this is gonna lead up to what I say.
Because someone doesn't have to be Christian to be doing the right thing or
Yeah,
to
I
do a
know.
good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but give me a minute. Okay, so I don't know. Who knows? So I know from the Bible. I don't know exactly what verse it has. It has said that when let's say you want to help people, you do it in secret because in you'll have your reward in heaven. And I'm describing what's happening. I don't know his intentions of it, like his intentions. I don't know. I'm not him. He does this on camera and puts it out. And this, I could see why people are mad, but like that's them for doing over too much. Like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, you're not God. And yes, we shouldn't judge, but there's also righteous judgment to help construct, like, kind of like constructive criticism. So I know it gave an example in the Bible that let's say if there's a person with a lot of money, he's like, oh, like everybody around him, like back in the Bible days, he's like, oh, look at me, I'm giving this poor person a money, type of way. That was an example of you shouldn't do that because all you're doing is just trying to get yourself in. And I'm not saying he's a bad person. He probably doesn't know that, and I don't know. He could. I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. Like let's say if I had to talk with Mr. Beast, I would be like, like as a Christian, like I'm not gonna force this religion upon you. If you want to hear it, that's if you don't, then fine. If you don't want to like hear me out or apply it to you, like saying what I just said to him. Yes, and I get it. Like helping it helps. Like making a video, you get money from that, and then helping with other people. I fully understand. Like that's nice. That's nice. It sounds nice. But like as a man of God, it's like you kind of want to take a different approach, you know? But if you don't, you do you. I'm not I'm not your parent. All I could do is give it like be the messenger. That's it. That's all I can do. And that's what I meant with righteous judgment because righteous judgment is there to actually help people. That's why, for example, this I know it's like a little off topic, but this is for like just an example is that let's say how like there's parents that are like Christian that are like telling like kids like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this and that. It's like, for example, like the gay community, they're not hating the people, they're hating the actions that they take. It's more like it's like there's a reason why it's called sin. That's why, yes, of course, no one's perfect, no one's a saint. Like, shoot, I'm not even a saint. I'll admit it, I've lusted, I've have lied before. Shoot, you see me with my pride, but I try to fix it though, you know? Is it hard? Yeah, it's not easy. Well, it's more like like we're not trying to like with righteous judgment. It's not condemning. It's just helping build that person's character to be a better person. Hopefully, accepting Christ and stuff. But if they don't want to hear it, that's fine. That's their choosing a way of life. They want to choose it, that's fine. But all like as an actual true Christian is supposed to do, like give the message, like spread the word, and that's it. We're not gonna force it upon you. If you don't want to take it, that's you, and we just live on our day.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All I really had to say is that, based off of that, you're heavily misinformed regarding with Mr. Beast, because the example you provided with that person is not at all what Mr. Beast is doing. The person you listed said, "Oh, I have all this money. Look, everyone, look at what I'm doing. I'm giving it to the poor person." That's not at all what he's doing at all. And here's the difference, because the malicious intention of the person that previously first did it is to get the attention of people, to paint himself in a good light. Mr. Beast has been doing this before all the media attention and everything like that. This is the kind of person he is, and this is the person that he chooses to be. And the money has nothing to do with it, because as you can see, all his videos, they're not all of him, helping people and everything like that. They're either fun, entertaining videos of him with his friends, just doing dumb things for fun.
Yeah.
And those are the videos that rack up views, and he gets ad revenue from YouTube because it's a job. It's not him flaunting his wealth. He's going out and providing entertaining content. What he does with the wealth instead, though, is help people. There's a few videos of it, but he's not going around, like, oh, hey, I have money, let me help this person. Because you think about all the times that he's, like, gone out and done random things, like, do you know about the restaurants that he's opened up where, like, he'll give out food for free?
Yeah,
or if he'll go out, no, not the Beast Burger. I'm talking about unofficial restaurants that, like, little stands that he opens up and tells people, like, hey, come in and eat, it's free. And they're skeptical at first. Or this one caused an uproar, where he just randomly picks a store and then goes up to a random person and says, like, hey, if you are subscribed to me, or if you can answer this question about Mr. Beast, we'll purchase everything you have in this cart and everything like that.
Yeah.
Those don't have ulterior motives, like that first example. It's a little bit different. And I only say a little, because some of it can be seen as that way, but it's all a matter of interpretation. Secondly, times are much more different now. Especially with how the world is. Any little bit you can help to do to contribute to helping people is one big step, whether or not it's a long-term or permanent fix. Again, it's with what he chooses to do.
Yeah.
And third, let me see if this sounds familiar to you. Someone who is very well known and everything like that, and he has a extraordinary gift, and he goes around showing people that he can do all these miracles, such as healing the blind, healing people that can't walk, and even reviving a girl, turning a couple of baskets of food into multiple baskets of food to feed thousands of people. Comes back from the dead 3 days later after being killed, helps people overcome their demons, expels demons. Does that sound familiar to you?
Yo,
Yeah, he did the exact same thing, but again, not for the motives that people tend to like say that he quote unquote did. He didn't do it for money, for fame, for glory, or anything like that, because he was the perfect being. He is the perfect being.
yeah,
He did it to either get his message out there, to do some good in a world that's full of corruption, and because he knew what he was there for, because he knew what he was capable of, and decided to do all this. Because it still tells you in the Bible that he was still human at the end of the day. As a kid, he had a temper, which is not necessarily a good thing, but he was known to have a temper. You've even seen it when he's an adult. He tossed aside tables at his temple and everything like that because he was rightfully mad. They took his home, his sacred place of worship, and turned it into a marketplace. Huge disrespect.
yeah,
But he went out and did all these things out there. And it's not because he showed everyone like, "Hey, I can do this." People were following him. They witnessed this. That's why I can't really say like, "Hey, like because someone puts like what they do out there doesn't necessarily mean that they're doing it for an ulterior motive." There's other people that are listed in stories and in the Bible that have done the same thing as well. But
yeah.
none of them did it for some kind of selfish reason like that.
Yo, okay. First, one, I know you don't mean that like this way, but one, Mr. Beast and Christ is not the same at all. Like, I know what you mean by that. I was like, using that head comparison. Like, first of all, one, you do know what Christ is, right? Or like what you describe. I don't think you actually really do, because once he's a living, like the living book. Like you see, like the Bible. Like let's say you have in your room, or if you have, let's say for in my room, there's a Bible. He was literally a living word. He had like not even he had to show them. He like even people asked him, "Well, if you're the son of God, why you do this and that?" Because people couldn't like act like believe in it because like, oh, you're not the son. Like the Jews. You even see the Jews even after he showed the miracles, not because of let's say like what Mr. Beast said, like oh like helping people. Yeah, he helped people. It was not in the sense of in this like yeah not in the sense of like, oh, let me get a camera and like show this to people like, oh hi guys, this is Jesus Christ with the YouTube channel. No. Like I see what you like I see what you're like doing like with that. No, it's not like that. I can't like specifically describe what I'm trying to say. It's more like he did it like for example, you know when he walked on water, right? And he like other people were like, yo, he can walk on water. It was like, well, if you have this much faith, you can do it too. And guess what? The other people started walking on water. So they're like, oh, that's so cool. So like, he was trying to help people try to be like, yo, have like Christ in your like, have me in your life because there's no way going through the Father through except me because he's saying that just to help people because there's these like demons out here trying to like deceive people. I'm not saying Mr. Beast is a demon. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying anything like he's evil or anything. That's why I chose my words carefully. As in, he like I don't know what's his intention. Like you even say like no, I don't even know. You don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, I know. It's like he's been doing this for years. Yeah, there's gonna be people that can do this for years and still do bad stuff. And I'm saying he is one. I'm just saying any like people can be super different. But as going like to help people like the person that died and had to literally resurrect him from the dead. he actually did that because he was called to do that. I'm not saying Mr. Beast wasn't called to help people. Everybody's supposed to be called to do it. It's more of like I have to. It's just like the way you were describing is like Jesus was like, oh, like I don't know. It's kind of felt like it was kind of disrespectful, kind of to me and the Christianity. Like this is like actually how I felt when she said that. I was like, that's why I was like, yo, Miguel, what the heck? Like the thing about it is, it's like I can't think of it right now. Because I will say that did actually kind of tick me off. Like I was like, you don't like talk like just like Jesus like that. He's like a different like set. Like I get it. You do. I know you know Jesus, but what I'm trying to tell you, like the concept, like of the Bible after like actually me reading the Bible, because I can't fully remember and grasp what I'm trying to say from the Bible, but it's just like I wish you could understand what I'm trying to say. It's it's like ah, it's not like I don't want to be proven wrong. I don't want to be right. I'm just trying to tell how like things are. And of course, yes, I have an opinion, but when it comes to like go from the Bible, there are some stuff. Yes, there's like that could be misleading, but when it comes down to like let apostles whatever, but like having like the general set of things, there are actual facts. Like for example, like when I remember the time I tried to like ask you like, oh, like I try to invite you to church, or like I mean ask you like, do you actually know the Bible? Like do you actually know, read, and meditate on the Bible?
I'm still learning because I
Okay
never
then.
claimed to have known it,
Okay then. So
but I still learn it because there's still a lot that I can learn.
yes,
The only part that everyone's going to struggle with is everyone's misinterpretation or their own separate interpretation of certain passages, because it could be taken either literally or figuratively,
yeah,
and it's not crystal clear which one it's supposed to be.
yeah. So I'm not saying I know I'm a know-it-all. Like I'm not saying I know more than you, but when it comes down to the Bible, I'm trying to like help you understand, because it's like I'm trying to still I even try to still study the Bible, and I can only do so much. Even try to like remember from like a bit a while ago. Like trying to tell you like what I'm trying to say. It's kind of hard because like you have read the Bible, but not all of it. It's like it's kind of hard, what I'm trying to say. It's like I guess personally it did. I was like, you did compare Christ to Beast. I was like, that sounds familiar.
Wait. I did not compare them. I compared their actions to an extent, but I didn't
Yeah,
say
to an
straight up
extent.
that they were
Okay
similar.
then. Yeah, because I will
Because
say
I
that.
even I
Yeah, go on.
even I even specified. I said that he is the perfect being.
Yeah,
He is the perfect God that loves us as we love him,
yeah,
or as we should love him. I didn't say
yeah.
that he was
I
like
know.
Mr. Beast or that Mr. Beast was like him. I wanted to get that misconception out of there.
Thank you. Yeah, I just.
And I knew
Uh.
you were gonna make that argument too. That's why I said that there was other people who did the same thing, and I could list them off. There
Yeah.
was Moses, there was Adam, there was son of Adam, Abel. There was also King David, King Saul, Saul's son, which was Jonathan. There was also Ezekiel, John, Saul, the disciples, all 12 of them, then
Hmm.
the future ladder of them. Like, I can name several examples of everyone who's done the same thing, but it was all because of the intention behind it. And
Yeah.
just one final thing as well
Yeah.
is that, because I quickly looked it up real quick about the whole not like the righteous justice and everything like that.
Righteous judgment. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's why I have a hard time trying to fully comprehend that. It's not because I don't understand its meaning, but because literally in the same text, in the same Bible, it says help people in secret and everything like that.
Yeah.
But Jesus also then says, contradicting what he said earlier, he also says, I think in John 13:15, where he was like, where he got down on his knees and started washing his disciples' feet and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all like, no, don't do that. Like, you're our master and everything. And he says, I have set an example that you should do as I have done for you. And encourages everyone to follow his lead and serve one another. So I don't see how do something in secret and just do it because if you can, just let no one know. But also did something openly and helped people, or even help people understand like where he's coming from with this. I don't see how those two different ideologies can be the same thing. Like, how can you do both? Because you can't. You can't do something in secret as well as help other people and not have it be known.
Okay. So that I will say you actually got that second part wrong. So like, yes, you what you described is it says that, but it doesn't mean like, oh, help people and then have those people still look at you and then help them. Cause the thing about it is
What?
where Mr. Beast helps other people, yes. So like take out the freaking, like, let's say YouTube, like he records. Jesus, I'm not saying like, oh, they had the video cam back then. He didn't forcefully have people be like, oh, look at me, I'm helping them. No, he's like, he set an example as in like, oh, you should help people, but not help people and have them there look like, be like, oh, look at me doing this. It's like the bad intention. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Everybody does it, but when it came down like to Mr. Beast, he actually got a video, and yes, having posting on YouTube helps get that money and helps with other people. I'm pretty sure there can be other ways getting different money without having to record like people and helping me out with the video camera. So that's why I'm like, that's what like caught me off guard, because I know he's not the only one. Like there's other YouTubers probably done it too. I don't know of, but like that, having the video camera and be like, oh hey guys, guess what? I'm gonna feed these children in a very poor country. And I don't mean that in the rude way. It's more like what I'm trying to help you understand.
I understand enough. And my point is just trying to explain that he does it for his occupation, but he doesn't do it out of a malicious intent of like, hey, I'm flaunting my money, so let me help these people out.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
posts those videos to show what he's doing with that wealth to an extent, but he's not doing it for more fame, more money, or anything like that. Because Mr. Beast himself has told us how he doesn't care about these materialistic uh, things here on this world.
yeah,
He's told us that.
yeah,
Because he also knows that at the end of the day, he's not going to have them when he dies. And that's why he has like a modest home. He's got, just his necessities out of the way. And everything he needs, he's set for life. He's done. He doesn't need any more in his life. And he's made that point clear. So, he's taking all this wealth and giving it out. Not to show people that he can, but because he's choosing to.
yeah.
The part of the camera, though, is that the camera makes hardly any difference. Because he's doing this off and on camera. Now, if he was doing it only on camera, then yes, I'd agree that's a bad look. But he's doing it on and off. So at some point you have to realize like that he's not doing this for clout. He's not doing this for attention or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because YouTube is his job. He's earning revenue from YouTube. Without YouTube, he'd have to find another job that may or may not be as well paying as YouTube is, because even Mark has said it, that YouTube pays a ridiculous amount of money for what they do, and that he also just does charity streams. He gives out the money as much as he can to like St. Jude's hospitals and like uh, programs and everything like that. And that leads to a whole other point about why people are mad at Mr. Beast, but not getting mad at someone like Markiplier when he's doing the exact same thing with that wealth.
Yeah.
Because he's also made content about showing what he's doing with that money. He's also making videos where he's like giving it out and everything like that. He's made those kinds of videos.
Yeah.
So, to the people at home, I just have a question. What's the difference between Mr. Beast and Markiplier? There's really no difference. Just that one of them has a couple more videos of him, like, say, helping people.
Yeah.
Openly. That's why, like, because the whole world is just simply divided when it comes to that. Because I just don't believe in you having to just waste away. If you have the ability to help as many people as you can, you should absolutely take it. I don't see why anyone should have to reserve themselves when it comes to helping. And I only say that to an extent as well because say like if we were in a big city, because this has happened, and someone goes up to us and is like, hey, you got money and stuff like that, because I need something to eat and everything like that.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, those kinds of people.
Yeah.
If I had the wealth or the ability to do so, regardless of whether or not like that they would use that money for what they're actually saying that they are, I would go out of my way to help those people if I could.
Mm-hmm.
Some things I will say that these guys could do differently, but it's not just them.
Yeah.
Because see all these sports players or these musicians, actors, actresses, corporations, and everything like that.
Yeah, that's why I said
They
like
all
different people. I said like
Yeah.
not just Mr. Beast. Like that's why like I went back saying I know I interrupted, but to, like help like what you're saying too, like where not just him does it, other people do it too. It's just I thought we're just gonna stick to the subject like to him, not in a bad way, not in a bad way, but like not getting too much off topic. You know, that's the only
Mhm.
reason why I said that, because one I do can get a little bit off topic.
But either way,
Yeah.
this shouldn't really be a topic for a discussion because at the end of the day, whatever he's doing, it's
Yeah.
none of my business. I just think that he's doing better than what most people could be doing.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm actually proud what he's helping people. Like like I said it several times, just helping people. That's why I said I'm not I don't know what's his intentions. Like I even told it to you, but I'm just saying like if he did had the like a bad intention or bad intention. I'm not saying he does. I I know you have evidence and stuff. It's just more of like if he did, or not just him, but other people, or just in general a person that does in bad intention. You know, it's not. I didn't want to like set off like like anything bad. It's just giving the example of what like why like this and that and blah blah blah.
hmm
Yeah, because I know the one thing I know I'm kind of interrupting. I'm sorry. It's just I've learned that actions really speak louder than words. And I'm not saying he like I like again bad intentions. I don't know, but people do their stuff. Like I even see people. They say that they're doing like helping people, but behind like the freaking behind in the shadows, they're like a whole different person. Because I've seen that many times. I'm just like, that's also the reason why. There's probably I will say I have trust issues as well. That's probably it has gone in a little because I have trust issues. Like I even told you that before. I have trust issues with a lot of things. Because not just because like not for not any reason, but for a lot of things and good reasons. You know.
Hmm.
But I'm human too, so I gotta remind myself of that.
Yeah, yeah, and I get that because I also have trust issues.
Yeah.
But the only thing about how I tackle it is I have no reason to distrust someone unless you give me a reason to distrust you. And a lot of it is either because of how many times I've interacted with you or just the kind of vibe I pick up from the person
Mhm.
or reading their body language.
Yeah.
Because um, because that's one thing that I've had to kind of pick up on
Mhm.
just with how I've grown up. I've had to learn how to read people's body language to a certain extent, just to know whether or not uh, I was wanted around.
Yeah.
It's to help. It was to help me avoid people, so I wouldn't be a nuisance to them.
Yeah.
And you can tell after quite some practice, you can tell when someone's being dishonest about something,
Yeah.
and and especially on a like even if you've never met them before, or someone comes across you to you, there's telltale signs as to when someone's being genuine and when someone's trying to deceive.
Exactly. Yeah.
And regardless of that, I still just I still put my good heart, or as good as it is, out there to try and just help. And until they give me a reason to not help, then then that's it. I'll stick around as long as I have to,
Yeah.
just to make sure.
Mhm.
Because and it's not even a thing of like, oh, you must, because I've had one person tell me this and it actually annoyed me because they couldn't have been further from the truth, because they said
Uh
like,
huh.
oh wow, you must have not had anything, like someone must have not have broken your trust that bad for you to still be trusting and everything like that. Because they're like, what if you like date a girl and like how do you trust her? Like what if she's going around cheating and everything like that? And I'm like, that's none of my concern until like not it's not my concern until I have proof. And then
Exactly. Yeah.
they're like, well, what if you got cheated on and then you're trying to like date another girl? I'm like, well, they're not that girl that cheated. Why should I be afraid of what this person's gonna do if they haven't done anything to give me a reason to doubt their trust? Just
Mhm.
because the actions of someone previously uh, had impacted me.
Mhm.
Like, why should I distrust one girl that's completely different from one that say cheated on you?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. I could be afraid that it might happen, but that doesn't mean that I should be distrusting of this girl,
Yeah.
because they're not the same. It's the same thing with like how I hate that they always label some people under the same group. Specifically, how some
Yeah.
women are like, oh, all men are predator and rapists and everything like that. They're just
Mhm.
waiting for the moment for a girl to be defenseless. No, 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 no. You can't wrap all men or all people within a group just
Yeah.
because of the mistakes of a few people. That's dumb,
It's
and I
yeah.
hate that.
I agree.
I like especially whenever I was dating my girlfriend at the time when we were
Mhm.
dating.
Yeah.
I hated the fact that that no matter where, like, what I did, there was always going to be that fear that I was going to do something bad. There's always that fear,
Mm-hmm.
especially with one of my friends. Well, before they weren't my friend anymore. Her parents also were wary of me. They're like, "Oh, don't be around him alone and everything like that." And like I wouldn't say nothing because I get it. They're their parents and everything like that, and they're looking out for them at the end of the day. But it does hurt when no matter how good of a person you are, there's always going to be assumptions made about you, whether or not you're clean or innocent or anything like that. That no matter how good you are, someone's always going to find something about you or have some kind of feeling beforehand, before without actually knowing you, and always having that fear. It sucks that I can go out in public, and that a lot of people are going to be wary of me because either I'm Hispanic, so people probably think I'm illegal, or or like the bad picture that we've been painted in, that I could be a drug dealer, that I could be a rapist, that I could be a sex offender, and all this and that,
Yeah.
just because I'm a Hispanic man. You know, it sucks, but I put up with it because it is what it is. That's that's their thoughts, that's their opinions. I have no need to have to prove them wrong,
Mm-hmm.
especially with people who I'm never going to see ever again.
Yeah.
I continue living my life the way I want to. And the way I want to is just living my life either
Mm-hmm.
helping myself get to a point where I can live comfortably after helping out my family as much as I can, or my friends, or anyone really. If I have the opportunity to, I'll help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was severely off topic though. So,
Yeah. It's
hmm.
okay. No. Like I get it. Like I even say what I want to say. Just to get off my chest. Like as in, just get it out of my mind. Really, more like in general. Like I do the same thing too. So like I honestly don't mind it. You know. Uh.
Controller died.
Yeah. Wait. So why did he say that? Because I wanted to say one thing too, but since you got off topic, I kind of lost what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
I completely forgot to. That's why I was like, that's
It's
because like
okay.
I couldn't even go back.
Yeah.
All I know was that the last thing was the whole like Mr. Beast and everything
Please.
like that,
Yeah.
and it all started just because I said that at the end of the day, if I had some way to help as much as I can, I'd take it. Like because like another situation without going off topic
Hmm.
again. But
Yeah.
this is the only example I had to make. Say I have superpowers and I decide to use those powers instead to help people, and I go about it I guess the biblical way of
Right.
like not showing it, keeping it just hidden and everything like that for good reasons. And if I have a chance to help, I'll help. Now, say I'm like going about my day, and there's someone who like accidentally like tripped, and they fell over the railing and are falling 10 stories off a building right in front of me. And I have the superpowers in order to like catch her and everything like that. Do you catch her knowing that you're going to have attention and everything follow you regardless of whether or not you wanted it? And now everyone's going to keep an eye on you, and everyone's going to judge what you do when you have those abilities. Or do you just let her fall, let her just accept, like, just take her fate as it's supposed to happen?
Yeah. I know what you mean by that. I would I would actually still help the person. Yes, I know what you mean by that. Like, oh, you like still helping people, even on and off. Like, the intention because like I actually want to help person. If I have the ability to help the person, from dying, I would. It's just, for me, like, just to see if it makes sense, like, if, like, you instead of, like, if only if you, like, did camera, right? You're like, oh, look, I'm helping these people. Or, like, how you see, like, the people, like, small, like, influencers, they go on TikTok, they go, like, they, you know, they, like, from far away, there's the camera, and then, like, they see a poor person, they give them food or money. I've always seen that when I was, like, in middle school. And for me, I've always thought, I felt a certain way. It was like, even before I read the scripture, it was like, why you still gotta help people with having something like a camera there? Just don't help them don't help them at all. Because that's not like a life or death situation type. This is more like, yes, it could help them from not starving to death, yes. Well, more in the sense of, like, being like, oh, I'm just gonna help him out because I want to get, like, cloud chase. And no, I'm not saying Mr. G's a cloud chaser. No, he does his own thing. It's just more of like, I have to go back to the scripture. There's more to it than just like, oh, if you actually help, or at least like the intention is like at least trying to help people, and if you have the ability to help a person, like, in secret, then, like, go for it, you know? I think that's what I was trying to go for. If you have, like, the option to help someone in secret, then, like, all for it, go for it. Well, if you can't help someone in secret and then you're just right there, you can have the chance to help someone, then go for it. There's, like, nothing wrong with it. It's just, like, if you have the ability to do it in secret, you know? Like, specifically as a Christian, though. If you're not a Christian, if you want to do your own thing, that's you. You know? Because you do realize even Christian people have made mistakes too.
Of course. Just because you're Christian doesn't make you any more perfect than anyone else.
Yeah,
you're still human at the end of the day.
Yeah, and also, like, there's other people that claim they're like, oh, I see all these Christian people doing this. I seen like a Christian pastor is a rapist. I'm like going back to what you said, labeling.
Just because that one person, all Christians bad.
Exactly.
Especially in the kind of world now, because you've seen it, where relating to the LGBT group and everything like that, heavily oppress the Christians. Just because of their faith. Instead of trying to de-escalate the situation and just reduce it down to just a difference in opinion and everything like that, no, they both mutually agreed, like, oh, we just don't like you because you don't agree with our beliefs, or we just don't like you because you just won't let us live our lives peacefully. Like, it should not be an issue, like, at all. Just let the Christians have their beliefs without them being labeled as fascist or racist or misogynistic or anything like that, because they're not. They just have their beliefs, and a lot of them tend to follow it a lot more than the others. It doesn't make them bad just for having a belief. Just like how those people also have their belief that they want to be a part of that group because they feel a certain way. Like, they also shouldn't be oppressed just because of that. Just leave people be. Just let them be who they want to be. Why does it matter, like, what they do? If they're not hurting you or anyone or bothering you, then it shouldn't matter. Why should I care? Actually, no, that was going to be a bad example. I would care, actually, a little. I was gonna say, what if like a guy down the street is just like, he's like in the middle of an argument and he kills someone? I'm like, actually, that is very concerning. I would care. No.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, but I'll do a different example. Why should I care that someone next to me is trying to order some, I don't know, like a chocolate shake? But then someone comes over and says like, well, chocolate shakes aren't that great, you know, like the strawberry shake is better and everything like that. And they start arguing about that. Why should I care about that? There are two opinions that really shouldn't matter. You like one thing, you like another. Just it's just with extra steps whenever it comes to beliefs. It just let people live how they want to live. If they're not hurting you, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like the whole like furry thing as well. Which have you noticed that they're more accepted now?
Yeah.
Openly accepted. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well.
no,
Well. Yeah.
yes.
But like just like I told him, because like I asked him because I still wasn't sure and I just wanted to like know confirmation. I was like, are you actually, or are you doing this as like a really complicated joke? And then I get told, does it matter? And I'm like, no, it doesn't matter. I'm just asking because I wanted to know. And then I get told again. I'm like, I get told, so what if he is? And I'm like, it doesn't matter. I just want to know. Like, as long as he's not hurting anyone, why should I care that he is? I'm not gonna tell him, no, don't feed for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, shoot, he's not hurting anyone. If anything, he finds it funny. So he's gonna wear a suit for Halloween.
Yeah.
The only thing that I see that's like questionable is just why the suits are so much money.
Yeah.
I just don't agree with his financial situation to be spending money for that. But again, he does his own things and he's not hurting anyone. So
Yeah.
do whatever he wants.
Yeah. So there's this Mr. Beast meme. Have you seen the Mr. Beast accrued meme?
No.
Oh, wait, let me just send it to you, because if I just gave you the audio, it wouldn't make any sense. But let me show it to you. It's from YouTube, so I'm gonna send you on Snapchat. And just make sure you turn on the audio so I can hear it. This is what. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I couldn't stop laughing. I was like,
I can't watch it.
Oh, you still can't watch things that people send
No.
you? Okay, so let me go ahead and okay.
I told you links don't work.
Dang it. Damn.
I don't even know like what it is. I've like complained to Snap already, but ever since they like changed up their support and everything like that, they're really bad about it. Like I remember being able to reclaim streaks and put them back to like whatever value they were at before for free. I used to be able to do that for free, but now they charge money for that. And I was like, well, dang, okay. Now I gotta be extra on top of it, but even though I can't help some of the time not being able to respond, say like an emergency or I'm focused on something else or anything like that. Well, yeah,
Alright.
it'd still be an emergency, but...
I got you. Let me send it to you. I have a screen recorded and hopefully it'll go through. Make sure you play the audio so I can hear it.
Oh yeah, no, I've already seen this.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, because he's like talking and then she's like, I'm hungry in a minute. Yeah. Yeah, that's also why people get a bad opinion of what they think actually happens, when that may or may not be what happens, but people make jokes like that and then people take it seriously and think that that's actually what he's doing. Hence why people think he's doing it for clout and everything like that.
Yeah. Okay, let me just play the audio.
Right here. All your needs will be met.
I literally just said that I knew about it.
Yeah, I know, I just wanted to hear the audio.
Okay, well you could have heard it on your own.
Sorry.
Ugh.
We can't cheeseburger on Sunday. Alright, yeah. Oh, there's another. Also, one of the reasons why, like, what also helps helping in secret and then more onto it. So let's see. It's like when we help those in need, we are not only serving God, but we also receive blessings from Him, even with or without blessings. Because just because you do something good or help someone doesn't always mean you're gonna always receive blessings. But you get the idea, you know?
Yeah, everyone basically knows that except the people who are so full of themselves.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point of giving, is that you know or you don't expect to receive anything.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what he's doing. He's just doing it. He's just giving it to them because he can.
Mm-hmm. So,
unless he proves us wrong, but I highly doubt it.
So I think I don't know if I probably could agree with this, but I probably have to do more research. But I also found on the internet, I usually don't like to always go by the internet because there can be times that internet
What
can
is
be
it?
wrong. It says that also that Jesus teaching the gift in secret is not an absolute command for every circumstance. It's a warning against the self-righteousness and pride of the hypocrites.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because again, there's a lot of text that you can't really live by in today's world because it was either applicable for their time or it's just simply not possible to do it in today's time anymore.
Yeah.
Take for example, I forget which verse it is, but there is a verse in there that tells you a list of things that you shouldn't be doing. Right? Which sounds like, oh, okay, simple things to live by. Well, one of them says you must never cut your hair. Facial or hair on the head or bodily hair, anything like that. But what do? All of us as a society? Typically we cut it. Not for any ulterior motive, it's just because maybe it's too hot. Maybe you just don't want the hair because it's a hindrance to you, like cancerous patients. People who are naturally bald, like, people aren't gonna live by that anymore. I certainly don't want to. Even though my hair is long, I still have to cut it every now and then, especially the facial hair. We can't live by that anymore. There's also another one that very early in the Bible said along the lines of like, you shouldn't hunt animal for sport or for its meat.
Yeah.
Yet later in the Bible, it was okay to do that. So like, the only thing I can really say is that because these Bibles have been translated several times over, that nothing in there is exactly, or not everything is exactly as it might have said in like an actual Bible, what it actually said. Because that's why you get all these different interpretations. There's a version of the Bible that says that it says the same line too, that says, oh, that men do not sleep with men. And then there's another one that says men shall not sleep with boys. Then there's another one that man will not shall not be gay or anything like that. Like straight up just says it like that. And the context of it changes a lot. Because one of them tells you, hey, don't do this because it's not wrong. Or because it's wrong. Don't be gay. Then there's another Bible that says, you shall not sleep with another man, which basically is implying the same thing, but doesn't straight up say it like that. And then the one where I personally believe is the actual verse, which is, men shall not sleep with boys, which it was implying that man should not sleep with children at all, because you should be stoned to death and everything like that. It was something along those lines, and I was like, that sounds about right. That's definitely, yep. I would agree. Anyone who messes with kids like that, death. And then like again the hair cutting one, or there was a verse that everyone was talking about recently that says that women should not be in a position of power. Obviously, that's different now, because back then it was that women could not be priests at all, which the Catholics still follow to an extent.
Yeah.
I believe there's some now still, or maybe something like that. But
Yeah.
I know that they say that there's a verse supposedly saying that they can't be in a position of power, even though there's a lot of stories in the Bible about some women who came into power and did amazing, incredible stuff.
Yeah.
Like what was that one woman that like married a king to save her people? I'm trying to remember.
Dang, yeah, I can't remember.
It was like she was the quote unquote like the most beautiful woman of like the Jews and everything like that. Something like that. Ezra? No. Esther. No. Was it Esther? No. Yeah, no. It was a woman that later became queen and helped her people and everything like that. And then she has a descendant, someone who's like really important. Because she was like the same lady that had Ruth and all these other like people. I'm trying to. Anyway, not too important, but yeah, it's just there's like a lot of mistranslations in like several different versions of the Bible, and if they're all the Word of God, how do we know which one is the right one? Hence why there's so many different variations of the same religion, because not everyone can agree on the same thing. Well, that's why we have Baptists, Methodists, Catholics, Pentecostals, and all the other form of Protestants and all that, because they like everyone can't agree. Even after all this has happened, then there's still other branches of religions and everything like that based off of the same thing, such as Judaism, where they believe that the Messiah has not yet come, and everything like that. Like there's too many things. There's too many, not really discrepancies. Discrepancies, and we can't really confirm which one's right or wrong, outside of either personal like experiences, beliefs, or anything that's like really happened that we've seen. And out of everything that's happened or anything that just sounds right to me, I've chosen to have a stronger belief in the Christian belief.
Yeah.
Because it seems to be the one that makes the most sense to me. It's the way I want to live. The teachings, like they teach. It teaches about stuff that like I would choose to live by. You know, being kind to thy neighbor, to not kill, to steal, respecting your parents, and all that. You know, basic understanding and teaching the Ten Commandments and all that.
Yeah.
And then you have like real world experiences of, you know, things that have happened, like the carnival that happened in Brazil that got several people killed. Yeah, you saw what happened to them because they mocked God, and sure enough, they paid the price for it. Like there's a lot of strong implications implying, you know, that it could be true. It's up to each individual person to believe what they want to believe. I just personally believe that it is true. Again, I forgot what was the whole point of this conversation.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
I went off again. Oh my gosh.
It's okay. This like having off-topic powers is going on too, so it's fine.
I literally just said to not get off topic, and then I got off topic anyway.
All right, let me try it again. Let me pull the magic on my on my cheeks.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Alright. There was this, what you call it? Because there was this one thing I wanted to bring up a while ago that there's something in Dragon Ball I think you didn't know or I didn't know, and I thought it was gonna be cool. Like a moment of like, oh, are we not gonna talk about this and this? I'm like, yo, I did not know about that. You know?
hmm.
I can't remember what it was, but it was really good because I never heard of it either. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, having the primal setup sucks. I don't like it. It feels a little too spammy, but it's not good at aiming from distance at all. Snipers? Ooh. Good. Pistols suck.
Oh, it looks so good.
What?
The new Scott Pilgrim anime.
Oh, I forgot to mention that. Yeah.
Oh, it looks so good.
I like it too.
It sort of looks like the face, like more specifically the faces and the eyes. It kind of looks like the Star versus the Forces of Evil kind of
Yeah, that's what
look to it, and I really like it.
I heard that the what you just described was actually not like it went from good to being like bad.
About what?
Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Oh, I still like that series.
I heard, yeah. Apparently, like it was started off good, but it ended terribly.
Yeah, it had a really bad and very confusing ending, but the series overall pretty good.
Yeah,
I
liked
recommend.
it.
7.8 out of 10.
I like the fact you're like, yeah, 7.8 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean that's genuinely what I'd give it, a 7.8 out of 10. And I have some people that get mad at me. They're like, why 7? Why why do you gotta add points in there? Like, why not just say straight up 7 or 8s or 6s or just give us one number?
The
And I'm
points
like,
matter.
well, what if I? I'm like, well, what if I don't want to just give it that number? What if something's like a 3, but it's a high 3, or what if something's like a 9? But they're like, just to express just how close it is to being a perfect 10. Like, what if I say 9.2? Then you know it's like a low 9, so closer to 9. And so it's got like some things missing. But what if I say it's a 9.9 and 9.8? Then you're like, oh, that's like close to perfect. You get more of a, you know, a broader spectrum. Plus, leave me alone. I can use points if I want to. Plus, it's only one extra number. It's not my fault you guys can't do math.
Oh, okay. I'll stop. Alright, let's see. Another topic we can talk about that's not gonna be controversial.
You say something that's still controversial.
Okay. It's that Dragon Ball Evolution.
You're like, why Dragon Ball Z is a bad anime? And then we're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Why Dragon Ball GT was better than Z? Look at it.
I like had that look. I was like, what?
Wait, what? Wait, yo, what?
I was like, say psych right now. The only thing that I liked about GT was just the idea of Super Saiyan 4 and like Gogeta and all that, you know, the same thing that everyone says. Oh, Hifumi has pretty green eyes. How did I never notice she had green eyes? man, I'm slowly regretting my decision of choosing the Goth Doctor.
Oh no, what happened? Is this because she has green eyes?
No, but it's just like I'm remembering why I ended up liking her too. Her green eyes are so pretty too. Like that was just like a plus. But yeah, it's because like the teacher obviously was my favorite. And then we had the Goth Doctor. And then actually I have a notebook because I ranked them. And I could tell you a little bit about each one too, like about why I picked them. And then I have Rashad's picks too. Okay, my numbers were the ones on the right. Okay. So, number 1, the teacher, Sadayo Kawakami. Number 2, Tai Takumi, the Goth Doctor. Number 3, Makoto Nijima. And you wouldn't know this because you're not, or at least I think you're not too familiar with the Persona characters.
Nah, I'm gonna be straight
But-
up honest with you. I know there's Yolker and Cat.
Yeah, Yolker.
Oh yeah, and the girl with the orange hair. I thought she was actually really cool.
Futaba.
Yeah, I feel like to me she was more iconic. Well, only because I found out for bad reasons. I was like, why is she so iconic? Then I looked at it, I was like, oh no.
Because
I
people
looked
like to simp for her.
Yeah.
Even though she's like
Oh.
14 or 15. I forget which one. I'm pretty sure she's like 14. And like, she's one of the few people in this game that I just have no interest in dating her. I'm like, I like look at her and I'm like, similar interests, but you're
like
too
a-
young.
She's
I'm
like,
like,
she's
you're
just a
way too
friend.
young.
Yeah, I know. what
Yeah,
you
literally
mean.
I literally just treat her as like as a friend in the game. I'm
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
because like I just can't. Like game or not, I just no. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'm like basically the same way when it comes to animes. But yeah. Here's something that I'll point out to you because to me this is one of the most attractive traits in girls. And once I make you realize which one it is, you'll see it why. So the first one we got the teacher. Second one, the doctor. Number 3, the one that I just said, Makoto. She's an honor student. She's like an upperclassman, and she joins your group later on after she had a run-in with like these, like this mafia leader and everything like that. But yeah, she's an honor student. And then the fourth one, the one I'm currently talking to, is Hifumi Togo, the churchgoer that plays shogi, the shogi player,
Oh,
which
yeah.
which is like a very intense version of like strategy, like chess, like a more complicated version of chess. Though I'm pretty sure it's not even like chess, but that's what I compare it to. Now, what do you notice about the 4 of those, based off of what I just said?
Okay, I was trying to multitask. That I know the one churchgoer you don't like. There's the other one that you
No,
like.
I do
the
like
teacher.
her.
Oh.
I just said that those 4 I did,
Oh.
but they all share something.
They're women.
Other than that,
Other than ah, dang, I'm sorry. I'm not too focused. Oh god.
don't worry.
But yeah, so what do they have similar?
Yeah, we got the teacher, the doctor, the honor student, and the shogi player.
Oh, okay, so they all actually achieved something in their life, actually having jobs.
No.
Oh. Then they're all older than you?
No. Good. That's a better guess than that first one, but no. Even though they all are, now that I just realized, I'm pretty sure Hifumi is older than Joker, but no, that's not why. Remember, I said it was a trait that all 4 of them have, and to me, it's one of the most attractive traits that a woman can have.
The ability to tame you.
No.
Oh.
The only one who possibly could is the goth doctor, but that's because she looks like she's into stuff.
Oh, I know. It's okay, brother. I got you. Don't worry.
But yeah, no, that's not one. The teacher, the doctor, the honor student, and the shogi player.
Shit. Okay, I give up. I actually kind of give up.
Alright. The most attractive trait to me in a woman that all four of them have, intelligence. They're all smart. The teacher, the doctor, the honor student, and shogi, a high competitive like strategy game.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, to me, intelligence is the trait. That's what I like. If a girl has it, I'm like, oh, that's great. Oh man, that's a big plus.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Especially because then I know that if I do end up with like a girl that's smart, then I'll know that they had to have picked me after they considered all their options, because they're not gonna make a dumb decision like that. That's also another way I kind of look at it. And for them to be able to put up with my antics, because I can be smart, but only when I want to be.
I know what you mean. Yeah. For me, the biggest, like, attractive trait for me, it's maturity. Because I've noticed there was someone younger than me, like a year or two younger than me, that was, like, mature than I was, or at least just as I was, and I was like, I kind of found that really
So not necessarily older, just if they act more
But
mature.
older too is fine. Like I
know,
have a
but
lot more.
Like I know. I was just like saying like they don't, because someone doesn't have to be older to be more mature. So I was like, so they would be fine too, right? Like say they were like a year younger than you,
Yeah.
but they acted like the adult that they are.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, that's also fine. And let me go through the other 6 options as to why you can see why I didn't really like or care for these as much either.
Go ahead.
So here I have 5th place is on Takamaki, which is the blonde one of your Phantom Thieves group. That's all I had to say.
Nice.
The blonde one.
Yeah.
They paint her in a dumb way, like
Yeah.
not like blonde dumb,
Like
but you can,
stereotypically the Bondo.
but yeah, not stereotypically, but you can see that they kind of do it a little bit every now and then.
Oh, I know.
Like they kind of poke fun of her every now and then, and I don't mind that. But the main thing that kind of has me drawn to her a little bit more is just the fact that she's like super kind. She's like a good kind of naive. Like she tries to do the right thing and everything like that. She just doesn't know what she's doing half the time. It's cute. But yeah, her heart's in a good place. That's why she barely makes top 5 for me, because she's 5th place.
Mhm.
And then after that, it would have to be the prosecutor Stein Ijima, just because she's like an older, smarter lady. But you can't really date her in this game, which Rashad, it upset him because he's like, I want to date her, and I'm like, yeah, but unfortunately I don't have enough of like information of her, at least personal info wise, other than she's incredibly smart for being a prosecutor and everything like that from that. But she's also like, she's cold and everything like that, which is not a bad or, you know, a disheartening trait. But it's just like, you know, I just don't like her. Not as much. she's like the beginning of the. I'll settle for that one, but that's not really a good outlook. That's why I'm like, nah, 6th place. Then there's the fortune teller.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
really,
you told
don't
me,
really,
yeah.
yeah, don't really care for her. She's like the quiet, believes she's right, or believes that her methods are, you know, that there's no wrong in them. She's like a blind sense of pride almost, but she's not really prideful about it or boastful. She just strongly believes that what she does is not a bad thing, even though she did kind of lie to some people to buy her stuff. But yeah, I don't really care for her, but she wants to be good, so that's why she has like she's a little higher up on the list. And then 8th is Futaba, the orange one. Again, the only discerning factor is just her age. Other than that, she's a good person. She's a nice girl. Likes animals, gamer, smart. You know, she has all like the good qualities that I wouldn't mind, but she's, you know, so I'm like, nope. She's also incredibly shy, so. But I also don't blame her because of her backstory.
Oh,
Yeah.
the good old character development. Who else was that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, to go from like a girl that was quiet and locked up in her room all the time because she blamed herself for her mom's death, to suddenly being a part of the team for the Phantom Thieves and being one of your strongest members as well. Like she's really, her backstory is sad. Like, for real. And then 9th place is Haru, which is another member of the Phantom Thieves. But I just don't like her because she doesn't really have any of the personalities that, or anything that I can really say that I can like about her. She's nice. And she's cute, that's about it. But I don't really like... I mean, like, her story is like also kind of sad, especially because her dad dies, and we... Actually, no, we didn't kill him, but he does die. But people think we killed him. And then, like, how she's forced into a relationship with a dude that she has to marry. And it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, not even kinda. That's messed up, but it is sad. But yeah, there's like really nothing that stands out for her. And then the last one, like this one, I don't even like at all. I just can't stand her, and it's the reporter.
Yeah.
Like I don't find her attractive at all. Not even like not personality wise, not appearance wise or anything like that. I just genuinely do not like her. She's just a drunk in a bar that's also a reporter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I really have to say. I don't care or like her at all. But the teacher, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the teacher. I said.
Well.
Teacher.
Off.
I said, too.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I forgot the shogi player is also into roleplay. Because she treats her shogi players like she's a queen, and like says like you know, random stuff like, she says like this kind of stuff while she's playing. You think to protect yourself with that paltry defense? Useless. Awaken, dragon. Let your shadowy hellfire consume them all. Dark Inferno Rook. Can you hear them? The wailing of dying soldiers echoing throughout the battlefield? When an incompetent king, a soldier cannot show his true bravery. Time for you to suffer. At last, everything is in place. My right hand trembles as I release my full power. I take a potato chip and eat it.
I love
I added
it.
that. I added that last part in, but I thought it'd be funny. Oh yeah, and then she says, "I summon forth the forbidden move that shall bring your end. Ultimate Excalibur attack." And then just puts down a piece and says, "Check." That's it. Just check.
Yeah.
But yeah, she also gets a little embarrassed because she says, like, herself that she just kind of gets a little too into the game and just, like, kind of narrates it. Sort of like an image training.
Lol, I killed them. Go ahead. Yeah. But yeah, I thought that is cool. Imagine having an actual girlfriend like that in real life. Bro, that's a plus.
When that role plays.
Yeah.
Man. I just don't really have an opinion in the matter. Like back to like your little what was it? Like not even yours. Like my issue with like the whole cosplaying and everything like that. There's some exceptions I might make. Like a cat maid. Nah, that's a little too cringe.
Yeah.
But, well, yeah, obviously I'd have some personal bias. Like, if she were to dress up as a certain type of anime character, a certain one, I'd probably be like, oh wow, that you look good in that cosplay and everything like that. But other than that, I don't really care for cosplayers. You know that.
I like them.
Yeah, I just haven't found one that like genuinely like looks like the character. It's like it's a little more complicated, but I just haven't found one that makes it look normal. Like they all have something off about them that I just don't like. Like the closest I've found is a girl on I think on TikTok that posted where she was like cosplaying as Zero Suit Samus.
Oh.
And I was like, oh,
that's
pretty. No, not like that. But I was like, oh, that's pretty darn close. Like that doesn't look bad. Ow. I was like, dang. I was like, you almost look the part. Cannot lie. Or the one that I think I sent you a long time ago, the one girl that like cosplayed as Toga and Yamamo and everything like that.
Oh yeah, she actually does that. That was actually really good.
Yeah, I thought they were decent, and she would have to be like second or third place. Only because the only reason I kept the clips was because of the actual scene from My Hero where it came from. Because, you know, she's like, I transform my lipids and transform them into whatever I desire and everything like that. And then Sarah in the background, he's like how poop works. And then she gets like all sad and everything. That was the main reason I saved the clip. Not too much about the cosplay, but part of it, I will admit, was because of the cosplay. Sadly though, they didn't really do much more on Yamama other than like her little confidence arc and her whole like being able to take up the role and mantle of being able to be more than just a support character and actually being a strong leader. I wish they did more with her because she's like got in through recommendations and she's a side character. That's the one thing I don't like. And then we have Todoroki, who also got into the recommendations, but he's one of the main characters.
Yeah, I know what you mean half and half? I like to call him half and half because of Bakugo. I was like, what are you doing, you half and half bastard? I'm like, dang, why you gotta be like that?
he- it's either that or Icy Hot, but I
Icy
just call him
Hot,
Todoroki because I still like Todoroki. He's still a cool character, and I mean that half literally, because he is cool
Yeah.
and hot, but cool. And you people at home, because I assume you're still live streaming, don't take that out of context. I mean like actually hot,
Yeah.
fire and cold air. So
I know he's a sexy nut.
you heard it here, folks. He said it. But yeah, no, like, oh man, I'd have to make a new list of characters that I really like, because Kaminari is still like one of my favorite characters, but I don't think he is the favorite anymore. I'm not 100% sure, because Kaminari
Pikachu?
instantly, no, Kaminari, Pikachu got nothing on him.
Yeah. Like, Kaminari is the one with the arms, or?
The electric powered.
Yeah, I thought, yeah, Pikachu.
Yeah, I said Pikachu ain't got nothing on him.
Oh, yeah.
As in, Pikachu don't even compare. Pikachu can go die in a hole and never come back. Kaminari, though. The GOAT.
Right.
Him and his Denki squad, Bakugo and Kirishima.
Right.
And my sister, she like gets annoyed because she's like, it's the Bakugo squad. And I'm like, no, it's the Denki squad. Bakugo's part of his squad. It's not the other way around. It's just like whatever. But yeah, Kaminari, probably my favorite character. Just because he's cool and badass, but also dumb and funny. Like he's like two sides of like the same coin, and like they both just combine really well. I want to know more about his character, like backstory wise and everything like that. But he's had his moments. He's had his really dumb moments that you're just like, oh my gosh, you're like, why did you do that? But then he also has his really cool moments, his BA moments, where like when he saved Bakugo and Kirishima and defended them from this one dude who said that Bakugo could never be a hero, and he's like, well, you don't know anything about him, you know, he's working harder than anyone to be a hero, and you have no right to tell him that he can't be one. Like, he defended his friend. Yeah. And then there was like a scene in season 2 that everyone like kept talking about how like, cause Bakugo would be sitting off by himself in the bleachers watching like sports festival and everything like that, and everyone was just sitting far away from him except one person, Kaminari, and he went and sat next to Bakugo.
Right. Yeah. Just
straight up next to him. Or in season 6, when they needed his help super badly against one villain because he could control electricity as well.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And he ran in and took the blow, even though he was afraid and he wanted to back out and everything like that. But he knew better and remembered that he had something that he had to fight for. Not just for everyone's safety, but he also just casually looks back at Jiro, thinking about her, and then just like, for her too.
Oh,
and then, BAM! BA moment, and I'm just like, yes! Number 1 character right there. And I'm so happy because there's like a Funko of him finally coming out. Nice. Finally. Because there's not a lot of a lot of stuff of him for fans.
Fan base.
I've looked, and the only thing I have that's like Kaminari anything are keychains, buttons, pins, and the one display on my wall of him. But there's not a lot of him, and it's sad because I really like him. That's my favorite character. And then number 2 is Bakugo. He's my second favorite.
Yeah.
And then Aizawa. Aizawa's 3rd place because he's just straight up cool, and he's kind of like the teacher I'd be. Not gonna lie, when he first made his appearance and he just shows up in a sleeping bag.
Right.
Just straight up cold and like a realist, even though he's not really like that was his shtick in the beginning, but then he just kind of dropped it after a while, which was like weird. But also, I was like, okay.
Yeah. Alright, let me end my stream just cause like well, good night stream. You guys take care. Anything you want to say, Fear?
Subscribe to Fearum and Dash if you haven't already, and if not, it's totally fine. But go check me out too.
Yeah, there we go. And a good night. Bye, guys.